Georgia Webb was 21 years old and had been a Christian for only 2.5 years when she first went to Mexico as a missionary. She arrived having studied Spanish already at the University of Kansas and at the St. Berlitz School in St. Louis. She began her lifelong ministry in Ciudad Mante. Her first years were working along national Mexican pastors in Mante and in Linares. She also worked with missionaries Tommy Moss in San Luis Potosí and J.D. Underhill in Saltillo, and with Connie and Harold de Vilbus in Tampico. Eventually, the first BBFI Bible Institute was established in Ciudad Mante with James L. Smith as the director. Georgia was invited to Mante twice a month, then every week, and eventually she moved to Mante and worked full-time with the Bible Institute. She taught classes, and she was the Dean of Women. After Jim and Joy Smith left Mante, she continued to work in the Bible Institute with Bill and Kwesi Harvey for 11 more years. In 1970, she moved to Querétaro with Marvin and Rosalie Hoagie to start a church. Soon after moving to Querétaro, she founded the Querétaro Spanish Language School with the purpose of teaching Baptist missionaries how to speak Spanish. The language school existed for 20 years. More than 250 missionaries studied at that language school, and there are churches and Bible institutes all over Latin America as a result of that ministry. Since 1973, Georgia has worked closely with Jim and Becky Lee in the language school and in the establishment of churches. The fifth of these churches is currently meeting in Georgia's home, and they have an average attendance of 45. Her love for the people of Mexico has been an identifying mark in her life. Georgia's gift of teaching has been evident throughout all of her years of service. She's taught children and women and young people in the churches. She taught for many years in Bible institutes. She's been invited to teach in churches throughout Mexico and Central and South America. She's helped to begin several churches, and she's taught Spanish to missionaries. She teaches teachers how to teach. Throughout the years, Georgia has written lessons for children and women. She's written a book about her own life and ministry, more than a dozen. It's been published by the Baptist Bible Tribune, and it's available this week. Georgia has now been in Mexico for 69 years. She's 90 years old and is still active in preparing lessons, teaching classes to new Christians, and leading people to the Lord. The Baptist Bible Fellowship International is privileged to confer upon Georgia Webb the Fellowship Faithfulness Award.